Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grew up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vault and create wealth from within. What's going on, people? What is going on, family? What's up? What's up? What's up? Let me go ahead and get our other cousins in the building. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if they took the details out. What's going on, good people? Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Oh, they did. Wow, they canceled me out. All right, hold on 1 second, y'all. All right. Let me get my cousins in the room, and we're going to go ahead and get this thing popping. Hold on 1 second. All right. We ready to rock and roll. We ready to rock and roll. That was not the one that I have. All right, cool. All right, cousins, we ready to rock and roll, okay? Hey. And hey, everybody. I hope all is well with everybody spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Y'all already know. It's your girl, Dr. Worlds, and I'm coming by to disrupt. Real short, sweet, straight to the beat. I'm going to be in and out, okay? Welcome to everybody that is tapping in for the very first time. Hopefully you get some insight, wisdom, ideas, solutions, answer prayers, whatever it is that you are looking for. Hopefully you find that over here. And not only that, I hope that you would come back and hang with your girl, Dr. Rose. And welcome back to all of my cousins who always come spin the block and hang with your girl, okay? Please kindly share this video, okay? I'm going to just keep it short, sweet, straight to the beat. They don't like me, okay? When I say they, who am I talking about? These platforms. I have hundreds of thousands of followers across all of my platforms, okay? However, only a small drop in the bucket is able to see my content. So when you share, you comment, you invite, you engage, you copy, you tag, however you got to do it on whatever platform you are viewing me on, whether that's YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, please go ahead and share. It doesn't cost anything and it does not take any of your time, okay? It helps me reach the people that I am sent to reach because I didn't come here on my own accord. I came because I was sent for somebody, okay, that need my assistance, somebody that need my help. Maybe you, it may be somebody you know, okay? So please kindly share. Help me beat the algorithm, the machine, and help me reach the people that I'm supposed to reach. Now that I have said all of that, Y'all know I came by here on the last live, and we're not gonna spend a whole bunch of time right here because it's happening. Okay, it is, important, but at the same time, we got other things, bigger fish to fry. We got more things we should be focusing on instead of focusing on that. You can't cry over spoiled milk. IRS found them a legal way, you hear me? A legal way to take their money from you. And so a lot of people have been out here, for the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks now, having their refunds literally hijacked, taken from them without any type of notice. So you got people out here making bets, they banking on this bankroll coming in, this overpayment. I already went over that on the last slide, okay? Income taxes is an overpayment that you overpay the government. However, if you owe any student loan, if you got any PPP, filed any type of fraudulent tax return in the past that you did not get no letter for up until, this year, and if you use the correct address, then you would have gotten a letter stating that, hey, they audited you and they found some, flaws or discrepancies in your tax return. Now all of a sudden you owe them and you don't even know why. It is a lot of shady business going on. When they transferred them student loans from the Department of Education and put them bad boys over there to the Secretary of Treasury, people FAFO. They fooled around and found out. Now, student loans have legal right, legal access to take your money from the Treasury because that's who process your income tax check. My job is not to come by here and say, woe is us. Oh my God, look what's happening. Yes, to point to what's happening, but it's also to prepare you, okay, of what's to come. So you know how to make your next move, your best move. And that is what I'm going to be here talking about. Things they never ever taught us because it was things they never wanted us to know. If they did, we would all know it. And not only would we know it, we would all be doing it. We dang on show wouldn't have struggled for all these hundreds and hundreds of years. Our grandparents and great grandparents would not have been born in poverty, lived in poverty, and turned around and died in poverty. That is for two. Okay. And we sure wouldn't be carrying the torch of debt and lack and insufficiency and struggle and poverty if we knew this information. This information was not meant to be known, it was meant to be bought. Okay. That's why a lot of people don't know it. Wealth secrets is for those who can actually afford to know them. They don't want to give them to everybody. If that was the case, we would all have a level playing field. There wouldn't be no poverty. There wouldn't be no below, the poverty threshold. There wouldn't be no middle class. Everybody would have access and everybody would be wealthy. And of course, that is not what they want, apparently, or we would have been wealthy. Okay. Instead of my cousins making TikToks and YouTubes, that is not going to help. Making Facebook statuses, Instagram, threads, posts, all of this stuff that they're doing. They're whining and they're complaining. And at the end of the day, it is our fault, not theirs. We pay them taxes. We go to work so that we can give them money to take from us. It's our fault. Okay. Learn how to play the game. And there's 3 games. I say that all the time. I'm going to say it again. If you learn how to play the game, then you can win the game. It's real simple. Wealth is not hard. It is simple. Okay. The mindset is what's going to be hard. The belief system. Do I believe that I deserve more? Do I believe that I can get paid more? Do I believe I can make more? Do I believe I can live somewhere else? Do I believe I can actually build what I've always wanted to build? Do I believe I can have what I always dreamt of having? It's a belief system. That is 99% of the work. Wealth is not, because you got to believe that you deserve to have good credit. And when people start talking about credit, people run because they already know. They feel disqualified off the rip. They don't even want to hear. As soon as you say the word credit, they don't even want to hear anything else about it because they know they're in a bad credit position. Okay. And what most people don't know is that your laws, are your consumer laws, that is, are being violated every single day because you don't know. You're going to pay in this life, whether you like to or not. You're going to pay with your time, or you're going to pay with your money. That's just the way it is. You're going to pay. You're going to pay somebody to teach you, or you're going to pay for life to teach you. You're always going to make an investment. You're always going to pay. Okay? And like I said, it's going to cost you more. It's going to cost you more. Life is going to tax you more than what it would be for you to come and actually learn how to get yourself out of financial turmoil, out of a financial rut, how to get yourself out of a predicament where you got people that control your paycheck, control your income tax, okay? Control how many hours you can work, control where you live, control what type of lifestyle you can have. You got all these people with too much control over your life. And then you just stuck living it. Okay. So the very first thing that I am going to start us with, okay, I could spend a whole bunch of time talking about all of the things that they got going on and all of the things that they are doing to us, but that does not change anything at all. What they're doing and what they plan on doing to us does not change anything at all, especially if you ain't got no plan to avert what they got coming down the pipeline. I have been one of the many watchmen that sounded the alarm in real time for a very long time about what was coming. And now that we're here, I'm still sounding the alarm about what else is to come. Not to put fear, but to prepare you. And I'm going to start it off by saying this. I want you to add up, okay? You write it down. It ain't none of my business. It's not none of my business. I want you to write down, or I want you to put it somewhere, jot it down somewhere, whether you can type in a little notepad or something on your phone. I just want you to have the ability to see what I'm about to share with you. I want you to write down how much you brought in last year, whether that was working, whether that was some type of assistance. I know Social Security benefits are like maybe 1,200, some states, 1,000, some states. If you got that times 12, then 12,000, okay, whatever it is. If you made 50,000, 100,000, whatever you made collectively from side hustles, 9 to 5, whatever you made collectively, I want you to write that number down. How much did you make last year? Okay. How much money came into your hands? I'll put it that way. How much money came into your hands last year? Write that number down. Once you know how much money came into your hands, I want to then ask you how much of that money that came into your hands do you have something to show for? Do you have any title deeds? Do you have any real assets? Something to show for it. Hello? Godry George. Hello? How much did you have coming into your hands, and how much do you have to show for what you had coming through your hands? So if a person say I had 100,000 come through my bank account, or 100,000 last year that I did, $100,000 that I touched, $70,000, $50,000, how much of that money do you have to show for it, like a valuable asset to say, this is where my money went to? How much do you have to say, I did 100,000, but I invested, or I put that 100,000 over here into a Roth IRA, into a stock market, into some land, into some education? How much of that you made from last year You actually invested into yourself where you have something to show for it. These are your numbers, not mine. These are your numbers, not mine. And lastly, what I want you to do is whatever you made, brought in, touched in your hands, came through your hands, that number is already written down. I want you to put 400,000 on top of that. I want you to put 400,000 on top of that. And then I want you to subtract what you made or what you brought in, what you touched from the 400,000. And that's the number I want you to put in the chat. You can't watch this video without doing the exercise. So it doesn't matter if you catch it on the live or the replay. I want you to put that number in the chat. That's the only number that I want to see. I don't want to know how much you made last year, how much came through your bank account, your pocketbook, your hands. I don't want to know that. I want to know how much is left when you minus what you touched, what you brought in, what you saw from the 400,000. And I'm sure you're probably wondering, why would I put 400,000? Because that is going to be the number minus what you brought in of how much money you left on the table and how much money you missed out on. I'm going to tell you why. Because having 2 LLCs, not 2 brick and mortars, 2 LLCs, 2 EINs, one for each LLC, just 2 LLCs, and having at least a 540 credit score could have got you $400,000. Reason why you couldn't do it, didn't have it, is because you didn't know. That's why. If you would have known the information, you would absolutely stop trading your time for money. If you know this information, you would have left all that money on the table. So if you only did 50,000 last year and you had the potential to get 400,000, you would minus the 50,000 from the 400,000 that you didn't even know about, that was available to you. And $350,000 would have been what you would have left on the table because you lacked the knowledge. Because you did not know the play, which is lacking knowledge. I don't know, so I can't do what I don't know. And that is more costly than what it would ever cost you to invest in yourself. The greatest expense that we have on earth and the greatest tax that we have on earth, in the United States, shall I say, is the tax of not knowing. Because you cannot do what you do not know. And I would rather take the time to invest to learn how to properly fix my credit. I would rather take the time to properly know how to fix my credit so I can leverage my credit. This is not the time to be trying to have as many dollar bills as you can have, because the dollar has lost 95% of its purchasing power. This is why they are transitioning to a digital system. So why are we still trying to keep cash when cash is trash? When instead, I need to learn, number one, how to properly structure my credit. So many lack the knowledge of credit. That's why they can't use it or utilize it the right way. I've showed y'all screenshots. Every business, Amazon, Tesla borrowed 2 point something billion to start Tesla. Amazon borrowed 2 point something billion to start Amazon. This is stuff we were not taught. So when we hear the word credit, we run from that. We think we got to work harder to get more money. Oh, I just got to work harder. I got to pick up another job. You will never work your way to wealth. Ever. You will work yourself to death, not to wealth. You will work yourself to death and not to wealth. And I'm speaking to you, especially if you are a king's kid. You are living beneath your means. And that is why so many of God's people are broke, busted, defeated. They are trying to play like they are living this life that they really desire to live. But they can't because they don't know the game. Employees are taxed the highest. That is crazy. How am I going to work trading my time for money away from my family? How am I going to work and I am being taxed the greatest? That doesn't even make any sense. Employees are taxed 36%. Before you even see your paycheck, you taxed. They taking out their taxes before you even see your paycheck. But when you have a 3-letter paper, it's called an LLC. Now you are taxed the least. Absolutely the least. If I make 100,000 and 20,000 is written off for my travel, there's a way you do that. 20,000 is written off for my expenses. I work from home. I have a little space in my home where I work from. My utility bills, my rent or my mortgage, whatever it is, okay? My cell phone, my internet, my everything, the cost of my cell phone, okay? My monthly payment on the cell phone, my cell phone bill. Like, okay, there's another 20,000 taken off that 100,000. Okay, then I'm gonna do another 20,000 on just vehicle mileage. I've used my vehicle 50% or 75% for my business, and the other 25 for personal. That's another 20,000. I made 100,000, but now I didn't written off $60,000. I have children. My children are my employees. They dump the trash for me. They pick up toys for me. Okay. They wear promotional garments for me. They advertise for me. I'm legally able to pay them $15,000 tax-free. Put it into their account. They don't have to pay no taxes on it because they fall below the threshold. So they don't pay no taxes on it. I don't pay no taxes on it, right? That's 30,000. I'm gonna just use 2 of my kids. So my expenses, 20,000. My travel, okay, 20,000. My marketing, advertising, whatever the case may be, 20,000, 60,000 right there. And then my children, my employees, 2 of them at 30,000, 15,000 a piece, tax free. I'm at 90,000. I made 100,000. I'm at 90,000 in expenses. Now, I done took some courses. I done bought Dr. T workshops. I done took her mentorships. Okay. I done took somebody else's mentorship. I done took some of their workshops, some of their communities I done joined. That's 10,000. For the whole year that I didn't invest it into my education. I made 100,000. I'm writing off 100,000. I owe to Mr. Pay Your Taxes, Uncle Sam. I owe nothing. I don't pay taxes first. I pay taxes last. If I was only left with 2,000, that's all they can tax me on. If it wasn't just a flat zero across the board. These are things we don't know. If your personal life is a wreck and your credit is a wreck, get an LLC and an EIN. That is a new entity with a birth certificate is an LLC, and an EIN is a new social security number because it's a separate entity. It's not a person, it's an entity. So now I'm able to get a second chance at life because everything I can buy with my personal, I can buy with my business. Vehicles, houses, rent houses. I can get loans, bank accounts, you name it. Cell phones. I get a bigger line of credit. If I go to T-Mobile on the personal side, might get approved for 1 to 5 phones. If I go to T-Mobile on the business side, $20,000 in credit. 10 phones, 20 phones, iPhones at that, the latest phones. Hey, you want a tablet? Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. You get bigger limits. So now what you do is you start taking some of that business credit and doing business things with it, but you can also take some of it to start applying it to your personal. Hey, let me settle that with you. Let me pay that off right here, okay? Let me pay to delete that. Get that off my credit, okay? I've been struggling with y'all. Hey, you don't want to remove it. Hey, here, let me settle it out with you. It's a $13,000 debt. Let me settle it out with you for $500. You swipe on the business side. It's not connected to you personally. So because we don't know how to play this game, we can't play it. We're just stuck in a rat race, and we're about to be in a digital prison if we don't wake up. The number one task should be to go get you as much money as you can. Why? Since you just said cash is trash. Because you need to convert that money into assets. You need to do exactly what the wealthy is doing. And you can't do that unless you have the wealthy type of money. You can't get the wealthy type of money unless you run the wealthy type of plays. I'm going to give everybody a gem right now, okay? And this ain't going to stay up for too long, especially because of the offer that I'm going to offer at the end. But I will tell you, okay? Hold on one second. Let me go ahead and get this pulled up. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Hold on. All right, let me show y'all something real quick, okay? I gotta go up this way. Am I gonna start there? Hold on, let me make sure I got it because I don't see it. Hold on, I want to just show y'all something real quick. I know it ain't this far down. Where are you? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Where are you? Oops. It really just irks me when I know I got something. I want to show y'all this because this is powerful. Okay, I want y'all to see what is happening and why you need to be moving a certain way, because this is happening as we speak. Every single day, every time you get, where is this at? Come on, man. Let me see if it's over here. Oh, yeah, here we go. Thank you, thank you. All right, check this out. Let me share my screen. All right. Okay. This is the list that average Americans are asked to pay in taxes. Okay. Let's go through them real quick because I'm going to show you literally you're just paying to exist. You're just paying to exist. That's it. This is a list of taxes for every average American that is being asked to pay by the government: property tax, sales tax, state income tax, marriage license fees, local school tax, vehicle registration tax, business registration and permit fees, waste management tax, cigarette tax, court fees. Those are taxes. Dog license tax, driver's license taxes, call fees, okay? Social Security taxes, gift taxes, unemployment taxes, estate taxes, fishing license fees, garbage tax, gasoline tax, gun ownership fees. Whenever you hear fees, it's taxes. Highway tolls, fees, hotel tax, hunting license fees, import tax, individual health insurance tax, inheritance tax, insect control tax, insect inspection fees, IRS interest and penalty charges, tax on tax, library card fees, license plate fees, liquor tax, luxury tax, Medicare tax, parking meter fees, passport fees, air transportation tax, uh, biodiesel fuel tax, professional license fees, recreational vehicle tax, self-employment tax, sewer and water tax, service service charge tax, sports stadium tax, state park interest fees, tanning tax, 911 service tax, telephone federal excise and universal service fees, tire tax, and most of all, federal income tax. You have no money left over. None. You have no money left over to help your family. You have no money left over to live the life that you want to, fulfill the dream that you have. You have nothing left after paying all these taxes. So the goal is to learn how to live tax free. And you can only do that in leverage. Okay? That's it. You can only do that in leverage. I want to show y'all something because I'm telling you, this is what it's costing you to not know. This is what it's costing you to not know. Let me go up here. Hold on 1 second. Come on. Let me just go down. No, I wasn't trying to do that. Hold on. Let me just go down over here. Okay, I think this is, yep, here we go. I want y'all to add this up, okay? $20,000. This is what it's costing you not to know what to do and how to do it. Now you have all of them taxes. You don't even make nothing but minimum wage if you a 9 to 5er. This is what it is costing you. Let's do the math. 20,000 right there. Okay? We did $5.4 million collectively on a Zoom call, getting people funded. 5.4. When I jumped off, people were still running the plays. They received 7 links and ran the plays on all of the links that were dropped and got approved. So there go 20,000. Let's do the math, okay? We'll come back to this. Okay? Chucky got 2 options, 16,000 or 30,000. Let's just say Chucky took 50,000. Okay? 30,000, excuse me. That would be 50,000. Let's keep it moving. Another one got 36,000. We had 86,000 for Yenafil. Okay? 86,000. Then we got 30,000. Okay? That's 216,000. No, excuse me, 116,000. My bad. 116,000. Okay? And Jeremy turned back around, ran his second play after the first 20,000 and got 25,000. He could take 18 or he could take 25. Say he took the 25, okay? Clearly you can see offer expires 3/27/2026, 30 days from the date they gave you the pre-approval, okay? You can see on a Zoom. So let's just say 25,000. 116, 35, 41, 141,000. Then we got another 20,000. Okay? All on one Zoom. Lisa got 20,000. So now we at 161,000. Okay? Then we got 75,000. We like 225, 230. Now, 60, 40, 200, 235,000. One day. Okay? We did $5.4 million in funding when we got here. Okay? We was at 3,844,000. And Steve got 90,000. Okay? But we're not done. We're at 235. Okay? Got 100,000. 225.26 is the date, to be clear. 100,000. We had 335,000. Okay? 335,000. Now, okay? For Jamal, just so you see. For Julie, we got another 100,000. We had 435,000 in one day. Okay? This ain't even in an hour. Got 6,500. Anything beats a blank. I say everybody getting money. Everybody getting money. Okay. Another 15,000. Jamal was stacking. This is what you call funding stacking. He got 20,000, 25,000. That's 45,000. Turn around, got another 15,000. That is $60,000 in funding. We can keep going on and on and on and on. Okay? Because we can. I just showed y'all almost $500,000 in funding. This is not a game. This is not a joke. Why would you ever do anything else other than find out where you can get the money from so that you never have a money problem, and find out how you can help other people and who you can help get money, because you'll never have a money problem. That's not having a double money problem. And it ain't even hard to get that. Let me show you what you need. What is the requirements of that? Dr. T. And what's so crazy is you can do this two ways, on a personal side and on a business side. And all you need is an LLC and an EIN, friends. A couple of other little nooks and crannies, such as making sure, people go to Google, they can type up your name, make sure you register with Yelp, small stuff. Small stuff. Let me show you. What did they need? An 800 credit score? No. See, they don't fund to people. They fund to profiles. Okay? Need a 660 credit score, under 40% usage on your credit cards, have no negative accounts being reported on your credit report, at least making $50,000 a year, in two primaries. Two primaries mean an auto loan, a credit card, something that, they lent you, okay? Some form of credit that they lent you is what they call a primary. You can have your rent added on to your credit report as a primary, okay? All you need is two. 660 FICO score. No negative remarks. That's why I push the sweep the way that I do. Get the late payments off. But this is all they need. 660 is like, the 660 is easy to obtain, literally. Everybody we working with, and because I got receipts, I'm going to show you everybody we working with. Now, we want to get you right here, because when we get you right here, it's game over in real life. Hold on 1 second. Here we go. Okay. Once we gonna get you to this club. 660 ain't hard. Not at all. We know how to get you there. Okay. Credit debt, we don't want no negative accounts. We want under 40%. Credit debt is 0. Okay. Total credit limit 61,000. Well, how did you do that? Bet. Just stay tuned real quick, okay? Just stay tuned real quick. Okay? They don't want no negative accounts. Ain't no negative accounts. Negative account total 0. Positive account 1. Who put that positive account on there? We did. Okay? Collections, none. Late payments, none. Okay, revolving balances $168. Total account balance, $168. Total minimum payments, $41. Amount past due, 0. Revolving accounts, 1 open. Loan accounts, 0. Undefined accounts, 0. Public record, 0. Inquiries, 1. This is the perfect profile to go get you $100,000, $200,000 like that with your eyes closed. Why in the world would you ever stay in a system, okay, where you make minimum wage, where you are working yourself to death and not working yourself to wealth? Hold on, let me just go back through here there real quick because I got these receipts. Okay, 789. What? 789. What? 745. 738. Up 65 points today. Up 87 points today. What? We're not playing. We're getting funded. Okay. Here's another 779. We're not playing. We're getting funded. Okay. You do this in real life. We have positive accounts. Okay. We add trade lines, authorized users. This was open in 1993. This thing has history. 93, 2003, 2013, 2023 is 26. This credit card is 33 years old. Add that to your credit report. 33 years worth of credit history. Add that to your credit report. Okay? We're not playing no games. This is where we belong. Because this is where they give the biggest bag of them all. Okay? Then we take these. We can get them on a personal side. Or you can get them on a business side. But if we get them on a personal side, personal funding, all of that, because we got the score and all of that. Once you get the LLC, you just transfer the debt. Hello, somebody. Okay, this is a trade line. It was opened in 2023. Okay, 2 years, 9 months. All that history from 2023, all payment history in 2024, positive. All payment history in 2025, positive, is now added to your credit report. Okay. It's how you fix your credit. The traditional way ain't been working. This is how you fix your credit. Okay. Hold on. I clicked off the wrong thing, but hold on. Let me go back to where I need to get us to. Why in the world would I just continuously work to just exist? And be stuck in a rat race paying. This is a list of taxes every American pays. Okay? List of taxes the average American is asked to pay. Look at all these taxes. With the biggest one at the bottom is federal income tax. Outside of rent, outside of food, outside of washing soap, toilet paper, toothpaste, outside of gas money and insurance, Wi-Fi, cell phone bills, outside of daycare if you have that, outside of, your upkeep, your washing clothes, your hair, outside of all of that, you got all of these taxes. Why would you ever keep on working to pay them and you're unable to pay yourself? Why wouldn't you invest in making sure that because if you give me 50,000, I promise y'all right now, if I gave you 100,000, all your debt would go away. Your life will be changed overnight. You take that $100,000, you pay off all your student loans and all of your debt, you'd have a bomb credit score. And some may be thinking, why would I take 100,000 that you give me to pay off my credit? Because once you do that, now you have access to millions of dollars in funding. I would gladly take 100,000 from somebody and pay off all of my debt and have every account sitting positive. I would go on a legal bank heist. Do you understand me? I would go on a legal bank heist, and I'm only limited to where I can go as an individual, limited to how many bank accounts I can have as an individual. But when I go and get an LLC and then start making my LLC a foreign entity in multiple states, Georgia, Florida, Wyoming, Tennessee, Louisiana, Arkansas, Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, I don't care, everybody. My LLC is going to be in every state. Now I can go into every state and I can get funded. I get funding from traditional credit unions that are not online. Okay, them little regents, banks, and those credit unions that are in our cities that are not in other cities. Oh yes, I can. It's 1,000% legit. Then I would just take that money and just start buying up me a whole bunch of real estate because people always gonna need a place to stay. And now that is how I've taken their money and made me money. Okay. I go buy me a bunch of duplexes, multifamily duplexes. Go buy me a commercial space. Turn that into salon suites or booths or whatever. You can rent those for me, event spaces. Okay. I go get me storage because people is always moving. And people always need storage. I go get me some car washes because people love to wash their cars. I don't care what's going on. I go get me some laundromats because people got to wash their clothes every day. And then I would add 6 streams of income inside of one laundromat. Oh, the coin machine, that's one stream of income. The vending machine, that's another stream of income. Oh, the games, that's another stream of income. The laundry soap and detergent, that is another stream of income. Okay. I have a claw machine in there. That's another stream of income. Sure will. I have me a candy booth or something where you can come buy you some snacks. That's another stream of income from one business, one laundromat. Multiple streams. Car wash. Hey, here's some incense. That's another stream of income. Some car fresheners. Hey, you can buy my towels. That's another stream of income. You can get your car washed for one stream. Okay. You can use my vacuum for another stream. You can buy my air fresheners for another stream. You can get my towels for another stream. It all adds up. I would be like Mansa Musa, literally. And just use my credit. Then turn around after I use my credit and go get my business funding. Literally. I stopped playing this demonic game they playing because they out here hurting people in real life. People are devastated. They can't get no income tax. I just showed you how to make one. Because let me tell you something right now. Once you learn how to do it yourself, what I'm just teaching you right now is more than what somebody else knows. And once you learn how to do it for yourself, then you can get paid to do it for others. Now, I just showed y'all almost $400,000 in funding. I charge 10%. I charge 10%. $400,000 in funding. My 10% would be what? My 10% would be what? 40,000. 40,000 would be my 10% for helping them go and get $400,000 in funding. I would make that in under an hour. And then, like I just showed y'all the tax game, because I made that, people are afraid to make that. All they know is, well, I need a 9 to 5. I need some stability. I need them to give me my check every 2 weeks. No, you need one client, one day, 1 hour, you got $40,000. You wouldn't even have to come back out for the rest of the month. Unless you start going to do stupid stuff. I can live off of $10,000 a month and invest the other $30,000. Because now the following month, I only need one more client. I got passive income coming in from my properties and my investments. I will retire myself in a week. Okay? 30 days to resignation. What are you saying? I would pay myself what I want to. And it feels really good being able to pay yourself what you want to. Make what you want to and then live tax free by just deducting everything. Vehicle taxes. Bought the vehicle. Yep. Depreciation tax. Yep. Give me that. My food taxes. Okay. We go on vacations. We're going to have a business meeting. Right? While we on vacation. And we're going to write off all of that. Every day we're going to do something business wise. And there's a plan how to do that. Okay. Whether I know people or not. Whether I speak the language or not. Okay. I'm going to find some type of business event so it can be written off. Children going to go on vacation wearing my branding. We take pictures in front of Disneyland. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah. They were working. They were advertising right here. Okay. All the receipts. And then you go take that and you go buy you some property. This is how you become a lord over the land. That's why they call landlords. Okay? That's why they call landlords, because now you are a lord over the land. Okay? And then you just go ahead and make sure that they can never come in and take it from you or the generations to follow. You set that thing up in a trust. That way, what you work for, because we all got to go to sleep eternally. We all do. And it would be no good if you built all of that just to lose it at the hands of the next generation. So you protect it by putting it in a trust. Hey, when my time is up, this is who I want to be the next managing member. They can't make no rules, no alterations. This is set in stone how this is going to work. Okay? We're going to fund this trust. Put our LLCs and our vehicles and our land and our insurance policies all in this trust so that there will always be money in this trust. And I want you to give this child $20,000 every month, and that child $20,000 every month, and that child $20,000 every month. Okay. And the managing member is able to pay themselves a salary of $100,000 a month. Okay. You can't sue a trust. I'm sorry, you can't. A trust is a corporation. You can't repossess nothing from no trust. You can't foreclose on nothing in a trust. Just can't happen. So this is how you protect your wealth. You use their money to go make you money. I'm going to leave y'all alone because when I tell y'all there's a lot of people all over the world, not just in America. There was 960 people on the call today. And I was just talking to one of my business partners. I'm like, look, there was a transformation that happened to me when my child died. I really didn't want to deal with a whole bunch of people. And I can be bold enough to say that now. Okay. So I come out and get little twos and fews here. 5 can go here. Hey, look, I'll take 10 on this one. Not really wanting to deal with a lot of people, but there are a lot of people from all nationalities, Hispanics, people way over in Canada, in the UK, in Europe, just all over the world. You say, well, how is that possible that they over here getting funded? They are starting LLCs or buying shelf corps in the United States because the United States is never going to turn down a business deal. You can live in a foreign country and still do business with the United States. All you need is an LLC. Well, what about if they don't have an address? Oh, you can get an address. Okay? You can get an address. Hands down. For like $20. And now you are able, since you're a foreigner and you ain't got a social security number or you ain't got a social security card or whatever the case may be, you have a business LLC is the birth certificate, and you have an EIN. EIN is a social security card. You can get funding. And they taking this money from the United States. I ain't mad at them. I ain't mad at them. I'm just trying to tell my cousins. I'm trying to put y'all on, trying to get y'all past the fear and past, the anxiety. No, change your life. Ain't nobody gonna change it for you. Your boss ain't gonna change it for you. The workplace ain't gonna change it for you. The preacher's not gonna change it for you. The president is not gonna change it for you. The only person that is going to change your life is you. And you are the best investment. And I must tell you that life loves to teach you lessons, and it will keep you there, okay, until it has taught you all of its lessons. Sometimes those lessons is the grave. Sometimes those lessons is a life full of depression and oppression that you should not have lived if only you would have known better. That's the only thing that is missing, is the knowing. It's the knowing. And when we try to go and we dispute our credit and all of this stuff, we're doing it the wrong way because we don't know. A sweep is 100% legit. I need all of this stuff removed off my profile immediately. See, people don't know the trade line game, and I'm going to get into this opportunity first. If you got a car reporting on your credit report for $30,000 of repossession, right? You just go add a $30,000 trade line. That's it. For the negative, you add a positive. Say you got $80,000 in debt, right? That's a little bit student loan, little repossession, credit card debt, or whatever the case would be. You got $85,000 in debt total. $85,000 is keeping you from living your best life. You just go add $85,000 in trade lines. Now that 85,000 plus that you've been added to your credit report kicks out the $85,000 negative and leave you in a positive status. Not only does it put you in a position to go get a big bag. Why? Because they're going to see somebody's lent you $85,000. You've been keeping up with the payments, all the history, 1993. Oh, wow, you've been paying on time. Utilization is low. Yeah, we'll give you $100,000. We see that somebody else has given you $85,000. Okay? Why do you need primaries? Because it shows somebody lent you credit, but the authorized users is the trade lines. This is how you increase your score. Go get a personal loan, pay off your credit cards. That's going to boost your score. Pay off your debt. That's going to boost your score. Now you can go get a bigger bag. Like the biggest bag you've ever had. I just showed y'all. I'm going to show y'all again. $400,000 in 1 hour in funding. And I'm trying to put y'all on. I'm not going to beg you to come, but I beckon you to. Because what they have planned, not just for you, not just for my cousins, for everybody. For everybody. Is to force you literally to succumb to having no income, having no means of working, no job, so that they can usher in their demonic agenda. Okay, let's count this again. 20,000. Okay, go Jeremy. 20,000. You can dang on sure pay some debt off and get that score up that way without ever even doing a sweep. Okay, let's go to the next one. We just gonna assume Chucky took the 30K down here at the bottom. Take 16K unsecured, 30K secured. Okay. The NFL was given 36,000. Okay, we just gonna go through fast because we didn't already did this. Okay, they were awarded 30,000. They were awarded 25,000. Just say we're gonna take the 25,000. Same Jeremy, they just got the $20,000. Okay, $20 more thousand. Okay, we had like 116. Okay, we had 190,000, 75,000. That's 100,000. Okay, for Jamal, 100,000 for Jamal, 100,000 for Julie. Excuse me. Jamal got 100. Julie got 100. Okay, we had 390,000, 6,500 right here. 396,500 we're at. Okay, another 15,000. We're at like 410,000, and we still counting. Okay, we still counting. 410,000 in funding in under an hour, literally. When I tell y'all people is running these plays, we're all running them. Okay, because you just not gonna do us like that on our watch. We're responsible for what happens to us. And when I say we're, I'm talking about each one of us individually and the people that's running these moves, running these plays. We have been without for so long that it is time to win. It feels good to be in a position where you can provide for your children, not only provide for them, but provide protection for them. Hands down. My kids don't need your system. No, thank you. Doing everything legit. Legal custody filing of my children. These are my children. You can't come in and you cannot confiscate my children. I showed y'all that if you have not filed legal custody of your children, they're not yours. And that's why that 3-letter agency can come in and remove them at any time. We don't know how to play the game, okay? It ain't just providing monetarily, it's providing protection. It's providing peace for my children. You will not grow up and leave my house in poverty. The devil is a liar. I add trade lines to my children's credit. The little $1,300, $5,000 trade line. Now, when you leave this house, you'll be able to go and get whatever you want to, because credit ain't going nowhere. They can reset whatever system they want to. Credit ain't going nowhere. It's a system that have made them a lot of money through interest. Yeah, we'll loan you $50,000. So we get about 62 back. And most people will look at 62 back. You counting the 62,000 and forgetting about the 50,000. If there's a profit in it for you, go play the right way. I don't even help people get money unless I show them what to do with the money. I'm not out here helping nobody get into debt, going to gamble, going to go floss. No, go find somebody else to do that. I don't give you access to money unless you know what to do with the money. Because if your money ain't making money, you wasting time. Okay, you just got a bunch of paper. First opportunity that I am going to offer, and there's two. It's a twofold opportunity. I've showed you guys lots of receipts. And while I'm talking, I'm going to try to scroll back down to them so you can see them yourself. The first opportunity I have is to trade lines. Get your credit fixed as fast as you possibly can. Okay? The banks are failing, meaning they're tightening their lending restrictions like never before, because they only want to deal with people with the right profile. Before they lock you out and you have absolutely nothing you can do, you can't turn to go try to go find another job. That's not going to cut it. Can't do that. That is not going to cut it. How are you going to go find another job? Barely handling the one you have. How are you going to do that? Let me go over here. Hold on one second. Just want to show you this, okay? This is what you can be making helping people find money, okay? This is what you can help. This is what you can make. This is a month. Total earnings this month. $170,638.76 in 1 month, helping other people find money. Okay, just wanted to show y'all that real quick. Come down here and show y'all what I was going to show y'all on the trade line. Stay focused, Tawana. Stay focused. And there's more of those, but I swear they would swear, oh, you're trying to flex. No, ma'am, no, sir, no, that's not what I'm doing. I don't have anybody to flex or impress upon at all. I want to show you what's possible. I want to show you what you're missing out on. Let's see if I can get to it real quick. I think it's somewhere right around here. And for those like the sweeps and the trade lines, what are they really doing? Okay. What are the sweeps really doing? After my 7-day credit sweep, you see this score trend? This is a 500 right here. Okay. This is right at a 500. This is a 550. This is a 600. This is a 650. And this is a 700 right here on this gauge. This is 500. This is 550. My man's was right under 550 right here and jumped up all the way to over a 650. 94 points right here. Credit card usage, excellent. Derogatory remarks, remember they said no negative remarks. Just a 660 credit score, okay? No negative remarks. They're over 650. He went from a 550 to over 650. Credit card usage, they wanted that under 40%. No negative remarks, there is none. Credit age, you got good credit age, okay? Total accounts, might need to add just 1 or 2 primaries. Something you can do by adding rent, okay? Something that you can do by adding a play that I'm actually going to give y'all. This is from a sweep. That's why it's important to run a sweep, okay? After my 7-day credit sweep, you come back over here. So I got the receipts. I know it's late. WTF credit suite method does work. Okay? We getting you over the 700s. It's just ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. Trade lines work too, okay? Experience suite. Yes. Your score went up 223 points to a 751. Okay? I think this is the one I just showed y'all. Take that off. And then once we sweep you, we're going to go get you some money. Okay? We're going to get you approved from multiple places. Hey, you want to take this 500 to 200K? You approved for from SoFi. Hey, you want to take this 5K to 500K through Lendio? If they just took 500K from right here and 500 and 200K from right here, that's $700,000. That is $70,000 if I just did both of those with one client. You're going to pay me 10%. Okay? But if we want to go down here and take this equipment financing from 5K to 5 million, just say we take another 30,000. That's $1 million in funding. That is $100,000 payout from one client. Okay? Multiple lenders. What about over here? Okay? You got 5 options. SoFi give you 50K. Biz to Credit will give you 100K. Okay? 3 more additional options. If I just 150K for that client, that's 15,000. I just did 100,000 by getting my other client $1 million in funding, and then turn around and do this client for 150,000. That's 15,000. I got 115,000 off of 2 clients. That's how it ain't hard to make that $170,000 a month. I'm helping people change their financial forecast. Okay? We take these. 7,500 Spark, look, run it up, okay? That's $750. If I just say, hey, this one client, she got 7,500, still $750 for me. Okay? You're pre-approved for $30,000. Here's another one. Okay? You're pre-approved for $30,000. Okay. That'll be $3,000 for me. I'm running it up. 150,000, 200,000 in a single day with 3 or 4 clients. 4 clients a month. I'm almost sitting at $200,000. 10 clients. And let me tell you something. That literally takes 60 seconds to get you pre-qualified. Only thing I gotta do is get you on the phone. You want to take this or not? Yeah, I want to take it. Okay, bet. It's a done deal. For the amount that you just got approved for, you're going to pay me on my merchant account. What I was getting to was the trade lines. I promise you I'm getting there. I just wanted to show y'all that because I saw it right there, okay? But not only am I able to like boost my score and I'm able to, go get me a bag and all of that, I'm now able, when I tell you I got receipts in here for days, we got receipts for days, especially when it comes to this funding. And I don't mind showing y'all. Because this is what you're missing out on. Every time you pass over an opportunity, this is what you're missing. Okay? Hey, here goes 7,000. Cool. I'll take that 700 on that client. Okay? $10,000. I'll take that 1,000 on that client. Sure will. Okay? Here another $10,000. I'll take another $1,000. I'm sitting at 2,700. Another 10,000. I'll go ahead and take that 1,000. I'm sitting at 3,700. Send a day. Okay? Send a day. Oh, 16,500. Cool. Go ahead and cash me out 1,600. I'm already at $5,000 in a day. Okay? In a day. 17,000. Bam. 1,700. I'll take that. I don't care if it's little or big. We just keep running this thing up. No problem. No problem. Oh, you got approved for 20,000? Okay? That's 2,000. We've been doing this. I'm gonna stop. Because y'all gonna swear I'm showing off. I got decades of receipts. Literally. And I told y'all that I was pulling this out. Okay? Pulling this out. Hold on. Pulling this out of the vault. Just in case you don't know. So I got receipts for days. Is you doing this, Dr. T? Okay? You showing us they receipts. That's my real name. My real name is Tawana Worlds. I have a doctorate, so that's where the doctor comes from. That's my name. Okay? This is my Navy Federal bank statement. Okay? This is 1 month of deposits. 1 month. And 1 month of withdrawal. So just in case y'all be like, oh, Dr. T, but no, you see as fast as it came in, we don't do that. We don't keep garbage. Okay? We were taught as a young child, we don't keep garbage. We throw the trash out in real life. Okay? Same thing. Tawana, Navy for the following month. Okay? 3/12, 4/12. 115,000 in March, 148,000. Okay, in April. 148,000 came in, 156,000 went out. Why? What do you got going on? Well, glad you asked. Where's my other phone at? I'm going to go back and show you. What I'm telling you is what I do. And what I'm going to show you how to do for yourself. Hold on 1 second. All right. Let me go down here and show y'all this trade line thing because that's where we was coming to. Oh, baby, we got receipts for days. You understand? Okay. Let me go. And all of this that I'm showing you, now my guy can actually go and liquidate this money. Take it off the credit card and give you the cash. They're going to charge you a fee, but they're going to take it off and give you cash. And then what you're going to do with the cash, you're going to go turn around and you're going to go buy you a multi-family property in your business name with the cash. And now you have revenue coming in every single month. Okay? Not just 50K, but 80K. Okay? We've been doing this for a while. And I told y'all, I pulled this out of my mastermind. You literally, okay, have to come into the mastermind to learn this. Chase Bank has announced LLC owners. That's why you need an LLC. Can get approved for up to $150,000 without showing Any proof of revenue. No doc. PenFed will give you $50,000 without showing no documents. That's $200,000. Okay? So when I make my offer, you know. Trade line in 1 day, total earnings today. Trade line, $17,403. It's going to be my first offer. Okay? That's how you make money by tomorrow. Okay? Start making money by tomorrow. Okay? People need trade lines. Why? People need money. Why? Okay? You made $10,000 a month reselling trade lines. I'm going to show you the physical proof. We get them for a wholesale price. We get them for the low. And then we upsell them. Okay? We might buy them for $150. We sell one for $500. You got $350 profit. You might buy one for $300, sell it for $700. You got a $400 profit. Might buy one for $500, sell it for $1,000. Got a $500 profit. Okay, it's the name of the game. So say you buy one for $50, sell it for $500, $450 profit, like I just told you. Buy it for $150, sell it for $650, $500 profit. That's how we run the trade line plug, okay? And as if that was not enough, okay? We got receipts for days on the sweep. We got receipts for days, okay? My TransUnion, let's go. All we need to do is get you over the hump, okay? That's it. We just need to get you over the hump. Now, this is what other people are selling this sweep for, okay? Credit sweep. For the full sweep, you're going to pay $1,500. For the do-it-yourself guide, you're going to pay $800. You ain't going to pay nowhere near that from me. I've never, ever even came at y'all with something like that. Okay? Not with that price, even though I can 100%. It told me, don't even sell it for lesser than $1,100. One of my Caucasian brothers, he like, man, no. Do me a favor, Dr. T. I'm like, what is it? Like, don't sell that. Don't sell that no more for no $97. Don't sell that no more for no $197. Sell it for $1,100 at least minimum, because they charging $1,500. I'm just trying to get over here to the receipts. Told you can make $10,000 a month on the trade line plug. Just selling trade lines. Okay. You see the dates on this. These are different accounts for different things. Okay. September, and it's probably out of order, 8,000. July, it was down 6,000. Okay. Didn't really work it. But the other months made up for it. Like February. Okay. 6,000 over the 10,000. So we can add that to somewhere we didn't do 10,000. Okay. April, 8,893. Okay. February, March, you're about to see March, May, 11,000, a little bit over the 10,000. Okay. In May. March, 15,000, 5,000 over the 10,000. Okay. August, 10,000, a little bit over the 10,000. October, 7,000. Okay, it was down, but made up for it. Okay, January was 10,000. Okay, we still going. Just $120,000 just on the trade lines. June, $9,767. I ain't really been advertising it like at all. Okay, just started advertising and back out to the public, because this is just what we do on the back end. Now, what I have is, and let me see if I sent that to myself because I should have. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if this one. Okay, yeah, you sent it to myself. All right. So let me pull this up real quick, and I'm almost about to be out of here. Seriously. Okay. Just the whole little new shipment of trade lines just dropped. Okay. Don't forget to check out our value lines at the top of the inventory page. Okay. It tell you right here for one Barclays, $32,000 trade lines been open for 11 years. You're going to pay $950 for one trade line. For a Barclay $38,000 been open for 8 years, you're going to pay $1,000 for that trade line. Dr. T, you got 3 trade lines, high limit trade lines for $1,500. The reason why 3 are recommended because adding 3 high limit trade lines will offset your debt that is being reported on your credit report. And then you can turn around as soon as them trade lines are added, 7 to 10 days after they close. So if they close on the 28th, 7 to 10 days after the 28th, somewhere around the second week of March, you ready to go get the biggest bag you ever had. Okay? And that's how fast you can actually go and change your financial future. I have 3 high-end trade lines for $1,500. Instead of you paying $1,000 for one trade line, I buy them low. So I'm gonna put a couple of y'all on. Only 3 of y'all I will give that play to. You get 3 trade lines for $1,500. Only 3 of you. Or you can buy the trade line. See how they gonna charge me $1,000 for that trade line? I'm gonna just charge you $2,000. Okay, I'm gonna charge you $1,500 for one trade line. I'm giving you 3 trade lines, high end trade lines, and I'm gonna give you the $200,000 funding play so you can go get you $200,000 from Amex, Navy, and a couple of others that I listed on there because your credit will be where it needs to be. So just think about it. Okay. You can exchange $1,500 for $200,000 in a matter of a couple of weeks. Now, everybody's credit is different, so I can't guarantee you're going to get $200,000, but there is a $200,000 play. I guarantee you, what I do guarantee you is you're going to get either 4x or 5x your investment. That's hands down by adding the trade lines. This is how you fix your credit fast and go get the biggest bag you ever had. That's the name of the game. Okay? So you can get 3 trade lines, high limit trade lines for $1,500. And I'm only going to allow 3 people to get that. You can take it and eat it. You can take it and pay it all out in taxes. Or you can take it and invest it and make that little seed turn into a multiplied seed. over and over and over again. I also have the Trade Line Plug Mentorship, where you learn how to make you $10,000 every single month selling trade lines. You get access to the trade line plugs, 4 of them to be exact. Okay, exactly how to sell them. You're invited into a private community where there are others. You also get access to some other stuff that I don't deal with. Okay, but in these vendors, they have CPNs, they have pre-mades, they have all this other stuff. I'm just saying it for the trade lines, but people who don't, they can't use their credit to get an apartment, whoop to whoop, they go the other route, and you do have access to those. However, I'm just talking about the trade line plug. So it's a lot of benefits that come with it, but you can get into that mentorship. I will let 2 of you beautiful people, I don't even offer you to get into the mentorship. Because when I come by here and I say that we're done, you get in now or you don't get in at all, then that's exactly what I mean. But I'm going to open it up for 2 of you to get in for $497. Come get you a bag. Flip the bag, multiply the bag, then you can come back on some other stuff. Okay, I got this money. What do I do with it? Glad you asked. I'm going to show you what to do with it. You can get into the mentorship where you get access to all of that. Okay, marketing. I give you what to post. Go post that. Okay. Right now, people are, whoever is getting their income taxes, or people who have had their income taxes taken, and they know this is not a game anymore. The government is actually going in our pockets and taking their money from all Social Security, any type of federal assistance. They're taking their money from that. Okay, so people are really, really, really overtly concerned and know they need to do something. And now is a great opportunity to help people get out of the financial degradation that they have been in and get into and living an abundant life, living a better life, okay? A life more abundantly than what they're living. So you can get into the mentorship for $497, okay? I am closing down the mentorship to do a $250,000 with me. Okay. Those are the 2 low tickets that I have. I do have the credit sweep. If you want the credit sweep for $97, you can get the credit sweep. Okay. It is a 4-day, all three bureau credit sweep. You can have your credit swept in 4 days, and then you can go run up you a big bag that way if that's the route you want to go. $97 for the 4-day 3 bureau credit sweep. Step by step, everything you need to know. You just do the steps, okay? And then you have your negative everything, okay? That should not be on your credit report. It's going to be swept off. That should not be there. If you have good accounts, then you don't mess with those. But if you have anything negative, derogatory, erroneous, stopping you from going to go get you a big bag, credit equals money, not the other way around. Money does not equal credit. If you go into a dealership with $75,000 and I go into that same dealership with an 800 credit score, they're going to do business with me first because my adult report card says that I am able of handling large amounts of money and being responsible with it over you who have a poor credit score with a whole bunch of money. You are a threat. You are a liability. You got a lot of money, but your credit report and your adult report card says that you are a horrible money manager. So we will take somebody with an 800 over somebody with 75,000 all day long. When you are in the 700 club, you don't even show no documentation. You can walk right into the dealership without showing any proof of income and drive out with you a brand new vehicle off the flow, okay? Wherever, no miles, maybe 2 miles from them putting gas or washing it. No miles, straight up, brand spanking new, no documents. Okay? You can actually go get you 5 vehicles in 1 week if you run the play that Dr. T will give you inside of her mentorship. I don't give these type of things out on the free 99. I just don't. And I have done it. You saw me buy 5 vehicles and start a rental car company. Literally. Okay. What do I do with all that money? So I will let you get into the trade line. The mentorship, I might offer you guys one more opportunity for one last person. And I'm going to shut it down for good after this time, because we are now going into like really the second week. In 1 week, 2 clients, $45,000 from running one play. That's it. Okay. My guarantee is that we will do $250,000 together. And then I'm going to show you how to start your own business so you can go do it for others. Okay. I'm only going to let one more person get in that for $997. And that is only a short-term intensive, literally. Okay. You come in there within 4 weeks. We got you funded, the blueprint, the 250, you know exactly what to do. 4 weeks. Okay? 6 weeks, but it's 4 weeks left. And then I have an opportunity, and I'm going to jump off of this. Anybody want any of those opportunities that are discounted? Right at the bottom of that ticker that you see scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Because action takers are world changers. Action takers are chain breakers, and action takers are money makers. You the best investment you can ever make. And people that are afraid to make investments into themselves, really, we have no company to keep. I can talk to you until you get ready to hit that level, but there's really no company to keep for this simple fact that you are the best investment. Nothing in this world is a better investment than you. Better peace of mind, better health, better freedom, time management, time freedom, money freedom, financial freedom, social freedom. Nothing is better than the best investment that you can make, which is in yourself. Okay? And if you don't think that you're valuable enough to make an investment, or I don't know if I can do it or not, you don't have to do it by yourself. You're going to do it with me. I'm going to hold your hand to your promised land. So you don't have to do it. But I am offering, and I'm going to get out of here in a minute, okay? So you only got like 2 or 3 minutes to make a wise financial decision, or you can pay me later on. I'm going to just tell you right now, with this offer right here, this is a 5K offer. And this will be the last time I offer a 5K offer. This will be the last time. And the only reason why I'm going to take 5 people at a 5K offer is because by the middle of this year, I will be charging $100,000 a year to work with me, because I'm going to get them their $100,000 back right away. I'm going to give them the money to pay me. So by the middle of this year, you will not be able to get into a mentorship with me for under $100,000. And I don't have to prove why that is so. You just go type in my name and Google Dr. Tawana Worlds. I've been a lot of places. And like I said, when my son died, all the momentum, all of the networking, all of that, it just slowed. I needed time to process everything. I didn't want to be around everybody. While they were winning, I didn't want to win. I wanted to weep. But that is so over with. That is so over with. So I am going to offer an opportunity to 5 of you all. to work with me for 6 months. 6 months to 12 months, you will have $1 million in revenue. 6 months to 12 months, you will have $1 million in revenue. Okay? You would have touched $1 million in 6 to 12 months. This is only for a small group. Okay? I'm going to tell you all that you're going to get for this 5K offer, which should be $100,000. And I'm only taking 5. And this is going to be the last time that I, Tawana Worlds, offer you a type of mentorship for $5,000. I'm not even going to cap. Only thing I really want is your receipts. I want you to come and learn this information. Don't get me wrong. But what I really, really want is your receipts. Because the moment that I show, I not only did $1 million for the last 3 years, I helped 5 people 6 months to a year. I'm just saying a year, okay? 12 months to give me a lot of room. If I do it in 3 months, if I do it in 5 months, you say, she said 12 months, and man, we did it early. Bet. I don't want to just say 6 months because somebody's profile may be different than the other. So I'm going to give myself enough wiggle room to say 6 to 12 months. You will see $1 million. Okay? With me. Now, let me share with you. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to let y'all go in just a momento. Uno momento. Okay. All right, here we go. So what is all included? Promise is you will, okay, get approved for anywhere from 100,000 to 250,000 within your first 3 to 6 months. Okay, all I gotta do is show you the game one time. We just gonna multiply that. That's how it's gonna turn into $1 million. I just literally showed you $410,000, 600,000 from $1 million, and that was done in 1 hour. Okay, we fund vertically and horizontally, so we don't just exhaust one measure to go get funding. For 5 of you, you will be the first millionaire in your family. Okay, you will have passive income streams. I guarantee you will have 100 to 250,000 in the first 3 to 6 months. Okay. Tell you what else you get. Done for you and done with you, credit restoration. So we're going to go ahead and get your score how we need it to be. We're going to get your profile looking how we need your profile to look. Okay. So it's going to be done with you because we're going to need you to open up and set up, an account so that you can monitor and all of that. We can go in and do what we need to do. So it's done with you and done for you, credit restoration. I'm going to give you the play on the CDFI loans. All you need is a business blueprint with, funding timetables, what you need it for, how much you need, what you're going to do with it, the analytics, the breakdown. I'm going to give you not only the CDFI plug, we're going to give you the CDFI blueprint, okay? These people ain't messed up about your credit. They ain't messed up about your credit. And we have a CDFI lender that will give you $100,000. That's why I say in the first 3 to 6 months, you will have $100,000 to $250,000 in the first 3 to 6 months. So you ain't even got to wait long for your money to come back. So you're going to get funded even with bad credit on the CDFI play. And it's all about having the right connects, okay? Lifetime access you will have to the community. You have lifetime access to mentorship, weekly calls, monthly calls. You will have lifetime access. Whatever we update and whatever we learn new, so will you. So it ain't going to be, okay, just after the 12 months. No, we're going to keep on continuing to grow. You're going to keep on continuing to get access to banking reps, to different connects, okay, the systems, the softwares for a lifetime, okay, for a lifetime. You have lifetime access to weekly, bi-weekly, and monthly calls whenever we have them, okay, so that you stay ahead of the game well past our time of working together, okay? You also get a 2-day in-person VIP with Dr. T and your other brethren that's going to join us in this endeavor, okay? You're going to get a 2-day in-person VIP experience with Dr. T, okay? Not only are we going to get some hands-on help, we're going to get some healing on this 2-day in-person VIP. I'm going to go give you access to a lot of land, okay? To a lot of land. We're going to go look at that land. If you want to cop that land, you can cop that land. With water well, you do not have to live where the land is. You can build on it. You can build a, what do you call it? Like a cabin getaway, a retreat for a family. That's the word I'm looking for. You can build, you can rent it out as a ranch. You can do a whole bunch of things, okay? This is another way to bring you passive income. You can build a compound. You can go get you, and I'm talking about lots of acres. I'm talking about 20 acres plus. So that will be hands-on, in person. We will go out, do that live. Also, some real estate opportunities you want to buy, okay, in a place where it is booming, where big corporations is moving. Texas, that is. You want to have your stake in the ground. Get strong in the ground, you stick around, okay? This is a booming, this is where they're moving data centers, all kind of stuff. Microsoft, all kind of stuff is moving to Texas. So I don't care if you don't want to live there. Well, I heard about it. Have some land there. Have a stake there. And you will be able to do that. As well as some other plays, in-person plays, okay? That you will never get in a group setting. Mastermind type of situations, okay? We become our own bank together collectively. We do big things, and it is absolutely life-changing. Anybody who came to my either VIP or wealth encounter will tell you it's life-changing, and it's information that you don't get out in the open or in the one to few or one to many, okay? You also get access to my executive list of bank relationships. So I'm going to give you the plug. Hey, call them up right here on the phone. Welcome yourself. Introduce yourself. It's going to be the people that make sure you get a bag off of every client. They're going to tell you exactly, this is what we're looking for. 650, 2 hard inquiries or less, under 30%. And we can go ahead and request. We don't apply at this point. We request the monies that we want. Meaning, if I want my client to get approved for 80,000, I don't say, could we apply and just see wherever we get? No. Could you request 80,000? That's what we're requesting. So you get access to the banking rep list. You also get access to over 700 lenders. 700 lenders. This is not for six-figure earners. This is for those that are going to touch $1 million in the next 6 to 12 months. 7-figure earners. You get a list to 700 lenders that will get you and your people approved, okay? Connections are everything. You're going to get access and software for your own funding business. You just go put in name, email, date of birth, okay? Now you got 5 opportunities for your client, like I showed you. 500,000 here, 5 million. Just take 5 million from one of them. You can just do 2 million if you want 2 million just from one of them. That's a $200,000 payout, 10% for you. You get access to your merchant account. You get your websites done, which you get your funnels done with you. Okay. We make sure you are ready, locked and ready to make money. This is what we do inside of the in-person as well. We get your websites, we get your funnels, we get your marketing, we get your client attraction set up so that now clients are being pre-qualified without you ever having to speak to a person. We go ahead and weed them out, okay? If we can't get you funding on this part, then we got another play. But this system is going to be for that big bag, okay? How much hundreds of thousands of millions we can get people approved for. Because the more they get approved for, the more we get on the back end for the 10%. You also get lifetime access to tax-free living blueprint. You want to know when you get all this money, I made $1 million, what am I going to do? I'm going to owe taxes. No, you're not. No, you is not. Because everything going to become a deduction in real life. Everything going to come a deduction. You're going to live tax-free. And you're going to have lifetime access to that blueprint. How to pay your kids. How to incorporate this. How to, write this off as an expense. Every investment, even the 5K investment, is automatically a write-off. Automatically, hands down. Okay. You're going to also get a done-for-you nonprofit. Because that's another way to run up a bag. Not only do you get the done-for-you nonprofit, you're going to get access to be able to build a home or buy a home in your nonprofit's name. So we're going to create your nonprofit for you, and we're going to get you funded for the nonprofit, not just the for-profit business, for the nonprofit. We're going to help you buy property, commercial and real estate in your nonprofit. Put that under your holding company, right in your trust. Protect your wealth for the rest of your life. Okay? You're also going to get grant and funding mastery training for a nonprofit and for your personal business. Free money. We're going to give you the $200,000 to $400,000 play every month and just free money. And then you're going to use the software to do it for you. Okay? 60 seconds or less. You're going to get that as well. All of that combined comes from my $25,000 mastermind. You're not going to pay me $25,000. All of that is valued way past $25,000. But you only get that inside of my $25,000 mastermind. I am only taking 5 of you and no more. I don't care what you say. I'm only taking 5 of you. And I'm going to turn you into your first generation millionaire within the next 6 to 12 months. And all you got to do is believe. Okay? No experience needed. I'm going to show you some stuff that's going to blow your mind. And not only can you do it for yourself, because I believe when we eat, our family ought to eat as well. So you got a spouse, that's $1 million for him because y'all can do it together. You got adult children, 2 adult children, okay? That's 4 million from a household of 4. You, your spouse, and your 2 children. The more the merrier. What we are going to do, our family is going to benefit from it. Period, point blank. Your life will be so unrecognizable in the next 12 months. Things that you only dreamed of when you close your eyes will be your reality. And I'm only taking 5. You can take that investment and turn it into the best investment of your life, or you could pay life because you don't know what to do. But either way, you're going to pay, beloved. You can pay with your time. You're going to pay life, and life has a funny way, so does poverty, of making you stay there and teaching you every lesson they got to teach you. Sometimes that lesson is death, unfortunately. I'm not asking for your money. I'm asking for your hand. Let me help you. Hands-on help. Go and become the first millionaire and then live tax-free off that millions while you are able to generate passive income from one investment opportunity. You don't even need to use no more money. My guarantee is I'm going to show you how to get your money back within the first 30 days. I'm going to show you how to get your 5K investment back so you be free and clear. You can put it on a credit card. By the time it's due, it'll be paid back in full. 100% guaranteed. 100% guaranteed. That is going to be the first task. Get your money back. Go get your money back. Go get your investment back. Okay? Anybody got any questions for me? I only got 5 spots. And I'm not willing to work with everybody. Okay? Not at this moment. I'm being obedient because God said, I gave you these resources to teach my people. And I say, yes, Lord. But I'm able to handle this amount of people for this task. And he said, yes, daughter. Okay? The next time I come out and offer this opportunity for a 12-month mentorship, it will be $100,000. And can't nobody put no price tag on what I know. You can't put a price tag on my labor, on my sacrifices, on my investment. I am going to pay myself what I want to pay myself. And me paying myself is $100,000 a month. I don't care if it's one client. My mentorship is going to be $100,000 by the middle of this month. I'm just working my way up. It's going to be the last time I offer it at $5,000. So that means the next stop will be the $25,000. And then from there, $50,000 till we in the middle of the month, middle of the year, excuse me. And then it's going to be $100,000. You think I am pulling your feet? I just told my business partner this. I'm declaring it in the atmosphere. I'm telling those who maybe been watching me, want to work with me, been skeptical. Here's your opportunity. I didn't show y'all. I didn't show y'all my own receipts. I've done $1 million for the last 3 years. Because you can never just go from this plateau all the way down to that plateau if you got common sense and you're using wisdom. You can only go up. Once you do $1 million, your next stop is 2. Not back down to $10. Not back down to $500,000. No, up. So for 5 of you, I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys with that. I'll leave this up for a couple of hours, possibly, and take it down. Whatever God tells me to come by here and offer, I do. as I just stated. And I'm going to be real bold and direct with this one. I know one of you phone number starts with a 717. You know how I know that? Because I dreamed about you. I dreamt about you. After God said, I want you to do this for them. I want the receipts. But God wants to restore. God wants to preserve. God wants to, enrich. God wants to have you recover. There's a lot of things God wants you to do, or He would not have had me take this out of my mastermind. But one of you, your number starts with a 717. I dreamt about you. Hopefully you obey. Okay? Because the Lord want to do something in your life that even you cannot even fathom. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither has it entered into the hearts of man. Do you trust God with your life and not yourself? Because He wants to take you further, faster, and give you things that will save your family. Give you things that will birth a new, not a curse, but a blessing in your family. Break a curse and birth a blessing in your family through you. So with that being said, I love y'all. Instagram, y'all already know what it is. Whether you from Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook, I'm only taking 5 on that opportunity. If you are one of the ones, especially if your number starts with a 717, I didn't even see what area code that was. Hold on. I dreamt about it. Pennsylvania. Oh, okay. Pennsylvania. Wow. Cities of Harrisburg, Lancaster, and York, Pennsylvania. All right. So whoever you are, that's where you live at. Or you live there and have that type of number, 717. I love y'all, you guys. You already know over here, you can't see the information on the screen that they're able to see. But if you are interested in any of the opportunities that I just offered, you want to go ahead, hit me up in the DM, okay? And I will send you over the information that they are able to see on the screen to your DM. I love you guys. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Okay? If you continue to pass over opportunities repeatedly, you will continue to stay poor. And these things that are happening to people will continue to happen to people. Okay? Simple as that. They can take advantage of you and teach you, or you can put a stop to them taking advantage of you and learn yourself and give you and your family a way out of the matrix. Without further ado, I love you. And my prayers is that you would remain in peace so you don't end up in pieces. Go with God because He will always go with you. Until the next time, I'm out.